day, everybody. It's me, it's your girl Waddles, and I am here today with a top 10 for you. Today is my top 10 favourite films. I'm going to start with number 10, which is Batman The Dark Knight. I seriously enjoyed the film because it was kind of creepy, but like a good action creepy. And there was like some brilliant acting there by Heath Ledger, God rest his soul. And it just kind of had me hooked throughout. Like some films I kind of get bored, like halfway. And I was constantly into this, and it was intense as well. Like it had tension and then it slowed down and it got intense again. I just loved that. It's got to hold my attention and not stay the same pace the whole thing. Number 9 is How to Train Your Dragon. I really enjoyed the film because it was brilliant for a kid's film. And I kind of found the main character mildly relatable. Like, everyone wants you to be something that you're not, and then yeah, it just really had me hooked. As well as like, I love dragons, so I was like, oh, dragon film, and it's a kid film, and I like kids film. I have to admit that I might do top 10 kids films at some point, but yes, I really enjoyed it because I loved Hiccup, I loved Toothless, and it was just so good. And for a kids film, it kind of had the appeal to adults as well. So on to number 8. I go through these pretty quickly, I'm pretty proud of that, I'm not rambling. Number 8 is Amityville Horror. I really enjoyed this film because it probably got to be one of my favourite horror films. Because it's everything a horror film should be. It's psychological, it has a psychological elements. I'm trying to avoid spoilers, I'm not going to spoil anything. But it had the psychological part of something was going on and you were trying to work it out. And then it had the visuals, like some jump scares, like, oh dear. Right, okay, cool. And then you just like sat there trying to figure it out, like, what's going on? And it was really good. It was everything a horror film should be for me to enjoy. The next one, rather fittingly, number 7, is Ant-Man, which I am wearing the shirt for. I really enjoyed it because it was one of Marvel's more funny films, funny superhero films, but it also had serious undertones when he wanted his child back, come on! And he wanted to do everything he could, and I liked it because it had adult themes. Oh dear, I have everything there. Because it had adult themes, so it was able to be funny as well. So yes, that's number 7. And number 6, I couldn't choose between them, so I put them together and I put the Avengers film, which includes Avengers Assemble and Avengers Age of Ultron. Because they were both amazing films and continued really well on from the other standalone films. Like Assemble carried on really well from Iron Man 1 and 2, Hulk. Apart from the actor, that was the thing I kind of was a bit iffy on when I first watched it. The Hulk and all those, it flowed really well straight into it, and it worked well. And then with all the action scenes, I'm talking about Assemble by the way, some of it gave me some chills. Like the circling around, like, yeah. Oh, I've dropped my list. Oh, I don't like to do scripted videos because I just ramble, but I've got a script for wise. Not a complete script, just my top 10, I can talk about them. Yeah. And then Age of Ultron was creepy, and I still have nightmares about Ultron, I have to say that now. But it was really good, and yeah. It ties up with other loose ends as well. It's always good to have loose ends tied up. And then we go on to another Marvel film. I might be a tiny Marvel addict. Tiny bit. Just a little bit. And it goes into Fantastic Four, but the 2005 one. As much as people say this is a trashy film, I think it was much better than the more recent one. Because they changed the origin in the recent one, and it had really, like, the characters in the 2005 Fantastic Four were really defined, and you knew who each one was, you knew their emotions and their motives. I wasn't so sure of the new one, I have to say that. And like Fantastic Four is what kind of started me in Marvel. I was watching the animated one in my childhood. Join me. Now we're getting close. We got number 4. Number 4 is I went to see this in the cinema just a few months after my horse died, so it kind of caught me there, and I was kind of hooked from then. And I just read the book, and I think it was a brilliant adaptation from Michael Morpurgo's Wars to the film. It was so good, and the acting, it had me hooked. Like other films, I found like Spirit Size and On the Horse had to talk for me to feel for it. Well, not feel for it because I love horses, I feel for most horses, but it had to have a voice to make sense, but it didn't. The people around Joey spoke for him, and it was so good, and it still brings a tear to my eye. If you haven't guessed, number 3 is Captain America: The First Avenger. This is my favourite of the Captain America films, although Civil War's probably going to take this spot after I see it Saturday. I'm not going to lie to you. But I enjoyed it because I really love Peggy. She's become one of my favourite Marvel characters. It really defined him, but it gave him a really good origin. You liked the character, and you know who the bully was, you know who the jock of it was, and and then Red Skull as a villain was brilliant, I have to say. Probably one of the better Marvel villains because he kind of kicked off Hydra into all action stations. It worked. It really worked well, and it flowed perfectly. And then number 2 is Happy Feet. I loved the film, and I love Elijah Wood as a person, so knowing he was the voice of one of my favourite penguins in cinematic history was pretty fucking good. And it was like, you can be different and everyone can still love you, and I love penguins, so it's just perfect. It was the perfect kids film for me. It had when you watch it more as you grow older, you see different things in it, and I don't think I'm ever going to get tired of Happy Feet. And then people who know me, number 1, I couldn't really put them individually, so I've gone with Lord of the Rings trilogy. But the extended one, I love the extended one so much more than the normal ones because there's just not enough, and it cuts out some pretty key parts in my opinion, but that's my opinion, and that's what you're here for. But yes, I love the Lord of the Rings, I love the books, I love basically everything. Not good, it's just so good. Like, when you first watched it, you were more interested in Helm's Deep and all the battles of Aragorn and stuff, and then you grow up, you're kind of like, yeah, Frodo and Sam make a lot more sense to me. But it always brings a tear to my eye when Frodo goes off to the safe haven, and when Sam carries him at Mount Doom, and then it has the funny parts in Merry and Pippin. It had everything I love. It is geeky, it is fantasy, it has so many good plot lines, and every character is lovable in their own way. So yes, this has been my top 10 favourite films, and I hope you enjoyed. If you want any more top 10s, or just in general, then comment down below. I might start series. I keep saying that I am gonna do series now because I'm actually worked out how to do it. But yes, my favourite film is Lord of the Rings, and how you know that. Ta-da! So have a good day and keep bombing.